I've noticed that over the last maybe 2 weeks that I've been dealing with what is apparently called religious guilt. I'm looking it up now so I can read it. But I've noticed that, for example, when I was reading these books, and some of those books were entertainment books, and some of those books, like mangas or whatever, I felt like I was betraying God or offending God by watching or seeing stuff that wasn't Christ related or doing research consistently. But then at the same time, I kept fighting those thoughts back because I'm like, we're in a fallen world. I don't have to constantly be looking up research and doing anything that is Christ centered just because that's what my brain is telling me. Well, it's not my brain, it's really intrusive thoughts. But I was dealing with that and I was like, that can't be right. That's strange. And I think it started when I last said that I was gonna primarily watch and read just Christian media and Christian theology. And since then, yeah, I've been dealing with religious OCD without not really realizing that's what it was. And I've been really anxious and I've been very fearful. Not that God was angry at me, but that I was doing something wrong. And like if I watched, I don't know, a cooking video or I watched a show that wasn't Christ related, I would feel, I would feel like I'm doing something wrong. And I mean, when I did have dissociative identity disorder, I was diagnosed with OCD like 3 times. But now that I'm my actual self, I haven't been diagnosed with anything. But religious guilt, or well, religious guilt says a feeling of remorse or self-reproach arising from your discrepancy between your action. Okay, that's not what I want. We want religious OCD. But anyway, it says a subtype of obsessive compulsive disorder. So it says intrusive thoughts about having sinned, intense fear, blasphemy, unwanted immoral images, or constant worry that religious practices weren't performed perfectly. And some of the compulsions were, well, on here it says compulsive excessive praying, repetitive confession, mental rumination, seeking constant reassurance of forgiveness. I think for me, I really was just feeling like I was doing something wrong. So intense fear, blasphemy, and not feeling like I was following Christ perfectly would probably be the best one that I could say. I mainly just felt anxious and felt scared. And I would notice that I felt that way and notice that it was wrong, because I'm like, I'm literally allowed to do this. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I can read a book. I can also watch a cooking video. Like, calm down. Anyway, because I'm pretty sure I even told someone, I was like, hey, I feel like I shouldn't watch anything that's not Christian. I shouldn't. Oh, and I was very obsessed about if cursing in videos was okay or not, because I felt like we're not allowed to curse, so why should I listen to other people cursing? But then at the same time, I can't really get perspective on other people's theology if I'm only listening to people that have Christian theology. So I was hyper ruminating on that for probably about 3 weeks, but the other stuff, not as much. That was mainly the last 2 weeks that I've been noticing excessive fear and just, I guess, hyper fixated. But anyway, I just wanted to say that that's not okay. That it probably is best to seek help for that from a Christian psychologist, even though those are really an oxymoron. I just think it's good to talk to people about it that are versed in those things, and to, when you notice those thoughts, to pray to God about them and be honest about it instead of trying to internalize it, because internalizing makes it worse. And it's okay to take breaks, because I need a break. I can't do theology every day, and I can't listen to people talk about stuff that I don't agree with every day, because it's tiring. And God gave us this space for free will and to be on an earth that has information available to us, and we're allowed to use that and look at that to help us. And if we just shut everybody off, we'll stay in the same circles and the same paths and the same places, and we won't grow. So just get help and know that there's nothing wrong with noticing that you need help, because I'm probably going to talk to my doctor about that. And probably seek a professional. Or honestly, I'm just gonna pray. I'm gonna pray, because Jesus gonna take care of it better than anybody else can. So yeah. And then if God leads me to a therapist, then cool, I'll go to therapy about it. But if not, because I've literally been working, I've literally had a therapist, and my therapist was not Christian, and I could tell that she was starting to resent me and not like me and starting to literally hate me. So, and then since then, I've been looking for a new therapist, and I have not had a new therapist. And I believe there's a reason for that, because it's not who I need, and God hasn't allowed it to happen, so it hasn't happened. But yeah, ask God for help. See ya.